For the sake of alliteration, you can call me the pancake princess, but best believe I'm the queen. Anyway, today I want to show you how you can work with one basic pancake recipe and transform it to yield different types of pancakes. So let's get started. So these are the ingredients needed for a basic pancake recipe: all-purpose flour, sugar, baking powder and baking soda, eggs, milk, vanilla essence, and some vinegar. So the reason why we need the vinegar is because we want to curdle the milk. We want to make it like buttermilk. And the reason why we want to make it like buttermilk is because buttermilk makes pancakes fluffy. And what makes it fluffy? Buttermilk, the acidic element, which is the vinegar here, not only interacts with the leavening agents to create carbon dioxide, make it fluffy. The other thing is that the acidic element breaks down the gluten in the flour, so it gives it a tender crumb. Yeah, I know I get a bit nerdy when it comes to baking and all this, but this is a very crucial step. So we'll start with curdling the milk. So we measure out 2 cups of milk. So to the 2 cups of milk, we'll add our acidic element, which is, here I'm using white substitute vinegar, but lemon juice also works. So the ratio is usually for every cup of milk, you put 1 tablespoon. So 1, 2. So we're going to let that sit for a minute, and then we go in with our spoon and stir. Don't know whether you can see the texture has changed. I don't know whether you can see that. So yeah, and that's how you make substitute buttermilk. Check. Can you see the viscosity has changed? I know these things excite me. So now we are ready to start making our pancake batter. So now we mix. When I'm making pancakes, I usually like doing the dry ingredients, then the wet ingredients. So normally sugar, I put it in the dry, but you can also do it in the wet, but this is just me. Yeah. So in the flour, we add our leavening agents, baking powder and baking soda. Oh, and also a pinch of salt. I forgot to mention that. One thing to note, if you're using self-raising flour, skip the salt and the baking powder. You can add the baking soda though. So just make sure you give it a good mix. Add the sugar, set aside, and now in our wet ingredients, we're going to add the eggs. So always beat the egg, break the eggs one at a time. Then your vanilla essence. So everything is well incorporated, and now we are ready to combine our wet with the dry. So now, as I've said, this is for our basic pancake recipe. Now, if you want to elevate this recipe further, you can choose to add some lemon zest, and then that becomes lemon pancakes. And you're thinking, oh, just lemon, pretty basic to me. If you want to take it a notch higher, you can add some blueberries. Now it becomes lemon blueberry pancakes. But because blueberries, okay, honestly, blueberries were born to be on pancakes. Another spice that I feel goes so well with blueberries is cardamom, iliki. So whenever you're making like blueberry pancakes, add like half a teaspoon of cardamom to your dry mixture, and it's gonna be beautiful. So today I'm going to do all those 3 pancakes. I'm going to do the basic one, the lemon one, and the cardamom lemon blueberry pancakes. We're going to start with the basic one. I've divided my flour and my wet ingredients 3 times. So usually make a well, then you pour in your wet, then you whisk. So another secret to pancakes is don't overmix. You see, like that, we are done. Even if it has lumps, we are done. We don't want to overwork our flour. So there is the batter for our basic pancakes. For the lemon ones, you add the zest of lemon. I won't use the whole lemon because this batter ain't a lot. And when you're zesting, always zest it inside where it's supposed to be, because there's usually the flavor is on the peel, so there's some oils, so some of them drip inside. Give it a whisk, then same procedure, then whisk. Now for a final one, start with the cardamom, lemon zest, and our wet, then a handful of fresh blueberries. Now to cook the pancakes. So another trick to ensure that your fast pancakes are perfect is you take your pan. I like using this giant stainless steel pan since I can make 3 pancakes at a go. Turn on the heat. So the heat is crucial. Make sure it's medium to low. You don't want it to be too hot. Heat up your pan a little bit before adding your oil. So once your pan is heated up, add about a tablespoon or a tablespoon and a half of oil, then coat the whole pan. My oil is now hot, so when I'm making pancakes, I like using the 1/4 cup measure to portion out my pancakes. So 1/4 cup, and then now put. So the action we are getting here, we want to see that. You want bubbles to form on the surface of the pancake, and then they pop. Once they pop, you know you're ready to flip over your pancake. So now to flip over, if you're getting some resistance like this, it means that your oil wasn't sufficiently hot. So, but there it is. Ooh! So the other side takes a shorter time to cook, so keep a watchful eye. Yeah. Our fast basic pancake. So we repeat the same procedure for the rest. So these are the lemon ones. And finally, the blueberry pancakes. Hey, I've gone a bit too heavy-handed on the blueberries. Well, I don't think that's a big problem. For me, pancakes always have to be accompanied by something, whether it's honey, some syrup, fruit sauce. So I'm going to make a fruit sauce. Here are raspberries. You can also use strawberries, blueberries, mulberries, blackberries. Sprinkle over some sugar. Then some little water. And then heat this up. Alternatively, if you can't be bothered to do this on the stove top, you can just do this in the microwave. Do it in increments, in intervals of 30 seconds. And voila, you have your raspberry sauce to go over your pancakes. So once this sauce is done, I'll grate over some lemon zest and we'll be ready to eat up our pancakes. And our raspberry sauce is done. Turn off the heat. A little bit of the lemon zest to just give it some freshness. And there you have it. That's how you can work with one basic recipe to yield different types of pancakes. As you can see, here are my basic pancakes. I've drizzled over some honey. The lemon pancakes, drizzled over the raspberry sauce that we've made. And my personal favorite, the lemon cardamom blueberry pancakes with some salted caramel sauce. Pretty easy. One recipe, multiple possibilities. I'd really be interested to know which of the 3 types of pancakes you'd love to try, or what tweaks you can make to my basic recipe to yield your perfect pancakes. Thank you so much for watching, and from me, Gatweri, kwaheri.